He has been on the popular storytelling show, The Moth. Put your hands together for Mike Jones! Good hearing, everybody!
Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. So it's been a big week for me and my family. See, my parents celebrated their 52nd anniversary this week. It's pretty cool. It's funny, like I think about all the things that have changed over the last 52 years since they got married. You think back 52 years, and back then we were in such a state of political chaos and racial unrest, and we were on the brink of nuclear war. And today, today we have all of that and Taylor Swift. So my parents, they got married when they were in their 20s, they're now in their 70s, and they celebrated their 52nd anniversary. I think like most people their age, they got 2 extra pieces of cornbread from the Cracker Barrel. Yeah, 52 years, they've lasted through 10 US presidents. So they're actually hoping for Trump to get impeached just so they can notch number 11. I love them though, my mom and dad are great. They try to stay cool and current, and they don't always quite get it right. So my dad will call and he'll be like, oh, you kids on your phones taking pictures on your Snapgram. I'll be like, no, I don't think that's the right name, Dad. And he'll be like, man, what do you know? You're probably too busy watching that Game of Dragons on The Handmaid's Throne. And I'm like, no, Dad, now I think you're just shouting out words that you think are cool. And he'll be like, kale. And I'll be like, no, I'm hanging up, Dad. But it's cool. I think there's something kind of magical about aging alongside your parents. I don't know, something switches at some point, though, I think. So, for example, I'll go down and visit, and like I go to their cupboards. And their cupboards are like visiting an antiques roadshow for candidates. It's like, I swear, they have cream of mushroom soup on their shelves from the first Gulf War. They actually have a bottle of Crystal Pepsi from the first time Crystal Pepsi was released. And I'm like, Dad, why do you have this on your shelf? There are people on the internet who actually pay good money to add this to their collection. And he'd be like, I don't care, why don't you just put it online and sell it on that eBay on sale or whatever. The other thing I noticed about my parents is that they never want to say goodbye. Like I swear, Boyz II Men, when they wrote the song It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, wrote it after a phone call with my parents. It once took me 20 minutes to say goodbye to my parents. I was like, okay, Mom and Dad, I'll talk to you later. Oh, all right, well, think of us this week. Okay, sure. And lock your doors, we watch the news. All right, and stay warm. Dad, it's August. Well, don't eat tilapia, they're bottom feeders. What do you and make sure you have strong internet passwords, you never know. Dad, I'm hanging up. Crazy. And in-person goodbyes can be even worse. My parents always come out to the driveway and they wave goodbye. So as you get to the car, you walk in the car, they're waving. As you put the car in reverse and you roll down the driveway, they're waving. As you get to the first stop sign and you look in the rearview mirror, you can still see them waving down the street. I swear, I once flew home and I looked outside the window from 30,000 feet, and I could still see 2 arms flapping in the wind. My mom, like I said, they've been together for 52 years, so the other thing they're obsessed with is their kids having really long relationships. So every time I talk to them, that's all they ask about. So my mom will call and she'll be like, hey Michael, what'd you have for lunch? I'll be like, well, I had a salad. Well, who are you dating? Well, nobody. She'll go, well, I hope it was a good salad. Dating in New York is funny. I kind of find it's sort of like that board game Guess Who. Remember that game where it's like 2 players and you each get a card and you have to guess the other person's face? That game was never like that much fun. Like you'd get a card, you'd each get a card and the other person would be like, is your person not white? And you'd be like, or is your person white? They'd be like, no. And they'd be like, oh, you're Richard. I kind of feel like dating here is like that. Like you go to OkCupid and you're like, find me someone who brushes their teeth at least 4 times a week, has a paycheck, and isn't crazy. And OkCupid goes, and basically you're left with a guy named Phil who moved here 5 weeks ago from Cincinnati. Dating is happening. I've gone on a couple of crazy dates here. I dated a guy who had the same birthday as me, which I thought was kind of cool, and maybe the universe trying to tell me something. But yeah, it turns out we're both Scorpios, and we honestly just looked at each other from across the table at every date, wondering who was going to kill each other first. Then there was the guy who literally had a dragon tattoo, which I thought was cool, and I'd go to friends and be like, hey, you know the girl with the dragon tattoo? I'm dating her gay brother. But it turns out he was just really into Dungeons and Dragons, and put me in his phone as the gray elf. is the guy with the waterbed. And I don't know who had the idea to take a mattress that you literally call a bladder, fill it with liquid, and sleep on it. I had to pee 15 times a night. I cannot get that bad though. Like, in all honesty, it wasn't that bad. Like, the guy was really nice, the waterbed was really warm. I mean, our sex life was a little rocky. See? It comes later. I have gone on a few dates with someone now. It's actually going really well. But we're still in that phase where, you don't want to really show your true colors or the things that, you don't want the other person to know because you're maybe a little embarrassed about. So, I'll do those things where, like, I'll wait for him to fall asleep and then I'll attach 20 Ricky Bright strips to my face so that he doesn't catch me snoring late at night. Or, I'll pretend to take a phone call outside so that I can run across the street to the gas station to poop. Of course, the real thing I'm hiding is the fact that, my parents, having been married 52 years, are already asking me when we're going to get married. And I'd be like, Mom, I don't know when we're getting married. I need to make sure he's not crazy first. And she'll be like, well, just make sure he has strong internet passwords. Thank you.